girl, Willie. Hey, what's up? Hello. Last night was the Black Panther premiere and my feed was completely saturated in Wakanda pride with black people being extra as fuck per usual, with their beautiful gowns and showing out in the theater. And I, for one, I was here for it. I loved it. But in the midst of that, I saw a lot of mixed reviews coming from Africans, and this topic that continuously shows up on my timeline came up once again, which is that, oh, now it's cool to be African. Right. As a first generation Liberian American, what's up? I identify as black. I identify as African. But there are many Africans who are out there who feel as though that this rise of connecting back to the motherland is just a trend or a fad or whatever it might be, and they aren't the most accepting of it. And so I said, this is the perfect timing for us to have this dialogue, this Black History Month. Black Panther just came out. Let's talk some shit, right? There was always the black kids who always had to claim that they were Native American or had a far distant Puerto Rican ancestor or whatever it might be, or part Irish, but never did they accept their Africanness. And in the midst of that, a lot of kids who are African were bullied for being so by being called African booty scratchers, the infamous clicking of the tongue sounds, asking if that's how we speak, or the huts, and just the childish ignorance that takes place being of African descent. There were also kids who were super dark that got picked on as well, and the whole African stereotypes were placed on them also. And so now, fast forward, we're all grown adults, and now we all, know a bit better. And there are some Africans who still feel that tension, like, oh, no, I was an African booty scratcher. Oh, I thought you weren't African. Oh, now you're African. And it's like, they feel as though they're getting, I don't want to say cheated out, because there's nothing to cheat them out of, but they just feel as though it's very, this is what it actually is. Now that African culture is cool, I feel as though a lot of Africans are having that backpack, like, oh no, you guys can't sit with us. Basically, that, when you boil it down, it always ends back up to middle school mentality. I feel as though we don't give people enough space and enough room to grow up out of old mentalities. And even as Africans, I feel as though we can't just act blameless in this situation, because how many Africans are ignorant or divisive towards black Americans? I know for me, when we moved, when I was younger and we moved into like a more hood neighborhood, my mom did not like us to go outside or play with the neighborhood kids, because there's just a lot of connotation that Africans come to America with black Americans. And especially if you're coming to America and you live in a poor neighborhood where it's predominantly African Americans, and you first-handly see the crimes that take place within your neighborhood, and you see the things that they do, the criminal things that they do, that is the one mindset that some African parents have towards black Americans. And so I know for one, when we first moved into that neighborhood, and me and my brother, we like went outside to the basketball court to like play with the kids, my mom literally came across the street in her house slippers with a belt to take us back inside. So there was always this notion that we are not the same, that Africans and African Americans are not the same. And then when I would go to school and I would be one of two African kids, and I would be made fun of for my Africanism or my Africanness, that divide just continued. But as I grew up and I understood, or I got to understand more of America's history, it's sort of ignorant on your part. And the reason why I say that it's ignorant is because Pan-Africanism has been within America since 1898, early 1900s, and it's not something new. W.E.B. Du Bois and so many others, they were all advocate for getting in touch with your Africanness, or knowing where you come from, or knowing more about Africa. And that's been something that has taken place in America since then. There's been many waves of Pan-Africanism within America. It's just that now we are in another one. And so it feels as though it's a trend, but when you understand American history and you know it, you'll know that it's not a trend. It's something that's been around for years, but it's just that white supremacy has taken its hold on us, and it has made us feel as though our home, or Africa, is just a place with starving children, or lions running free, or just huts, and just, you know, there's just one stereotypical image of Africa that has been fed to Americans for so long. And so black children, or black people, as they digest that, I don't want to say a victim, because it's not really victimhood, but yes, some of them are victim to this propaganda. And as children, you are ignorant. And the one thing that I don't understand is that when I grew up, everyone made fun of everyone. Like, yes, they made fun of me for being African, but they also made fun of the Asian kids for being Asian. They also made fun of the Spanish kids. Like, no one was really off limits. It wasn't a everyone against Africans thing. I know for one, me and my Haitian friend, we would go hard when it came to like people coming at black people, African people, Asian people, like just the African diaspora. We will go hard on them. We'll roast them right back. So now that we're all grown and mature, I don't understand why there's just this resistance for giving black people, or for accepting black people for their identity in being African. Because who are you to say that someone cannot change from their mistakes, one, and two, embrace who they are? Yes, you know where, you have the luxury of knowing directly where you come from, but that wasn't something that you chose. It's not something you earned to know where you come from. It's something you were born in. The same goes for Black American people. They have no control over being ripped from their culture and no control over not knowing. So when African Americans try to connect back to their roots and they get that tension from some Africans, basically say, oh, no, now you want to be part of us, now you want to be us. It's so dumb, it's so divisive, because the main center of it is white supremacy. And we're so quick to, as Africans, we're so quick to accept white people who have done us the most dirtiest, stolen our land, capitalized off our resources, left us dry and poor, has a hand constantly in our politics. We accept them freely, but when it comes to African Americans, we can't give them that same leverage. Grow up, you're childish, you're ignorant, and you have so much more to learn. And with that also, it's funny because when they're saying, oh, now you guys want to wear our clothes, you want to do this, and it's just off of seeing pictures of people doing so. I always question, how do you know that that person isn't actually like African, as in they know directly where they come from? How do you know that they're not African? How do you know this? Like, yes, there's some people who just like the fashion of dashiki. I don't think there's anything really wrong with that, especially because there are some Africans that I know who didn't really begin embracing their culture as they are now until African became a trend. Should we touch on that? Because there's some people who try to blend in with just being African American because they were ashamed of their name. Their name would be like Baba Tunde, and they'd be like, oh, just call me Tunde, or just call me T, or just abbreviating their names to make it easier. It's not like this pride that Africans have had of their own culture has been something that's sustained, or has been something that's been around for forever. It's beautiful, I love it, I love that we can be more honest, or we can embrace our culture more openly without having to feel uncomfortable. I love that, don't get me wrong, that's beautiful, but we're not going to sit down here as though we have always been the most prideful of our culture too. And I understand all that has to do with us being bullied. I understand. But yes, I just feel as though this whole conversation is very divisive, and it's just ignorance on both ends, and there's not enough conversations like this to bridge the divide that there is, because there really shouldn't be. I understand that both parties have felt, African Americans have felt rejected by Africans, and Africans have felt rejected by African Americans. There's tension, or there's hurt on both sides, and us continuing to spread the ignorance isn't what's going to bridge the gap at all. With saying that, I do feel as though that as an African American, if you want to wear cultural clothing, don't think of it as, don't wear it as though it's a costume, because okay, then we got problems. But if you're just, you know, you think it's beautiful, you love it, you even know like a bit about the clothing. I mean, I don't even know about the clothings, and I'm African. Like, shit, I feel as though that's mad pressure that we put on African Americans, that they have to know everything about Africa, or have an extensive knowledge into Africa to be able to prove or to claim that I too am of African descent. Like, because we don't put that same pressure on Caribbeans or Afro-Latinos or Africans across the world. It's mainly African Americans that Africans put that pressure on, and that's really crazy, especially the fact that us being here and us having the opportunities that we have, it's because of African Americans fight for us before they ever knew us. So just be cognizant, or just be aware of that, and stop the divide. Let's come together as one, because at the end of the day, you may know where you are directly, where you come from directly, and that's good. Not everyone has that luxury, but you cannot deny anyone of their Africanness, because who are you? Who are you? And this is the one that really blows me, because if I have a conversation with a Nigerian, some of them might feel as though they're better than me. We as Africans don't even get along, so what is this front that we're trying to put up like we're one united Africa? Goodbye. We don't even get along with each other also, so goodbye, dismiss. Throw the whole argument away. But that's all, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll check you guys out later. Peace.